Hello, friends, and welcome to our Sunday services. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please subscribe to get notifications when we have new videos. If you're with us on Zoom, welcome. Please drop a hello in the chat. We'd love to say hi back to you. Today's sermon is Decisions with Sally Jones, someone who was a big part of our church at one point. And don't put that, just Sally Jones, okay? All right. Workday Wednesdays is still on hold just one more week. You can come back April 3rd and get all those big projects done with us. So exciting. But you can still come in and clear out the privet any day. I think you know that. We all know that. Just make sure that you stick with the privet, okay? All right, it's time. It's that time again, the UUA General Assembly. They're going virtual again this year. So if you'd like to attend, just go ahead and talk to one of your board members and they will help you out with all the information. If you want any more information about it without talking to the board members, you can just click on the link. All right, worship committee could still use some help. And there are so many ways that you could do it. Little ways, big ways, on screen, definitely off screen. You can be a producer. We need help with music, recordings, artwork. We could do some artwork if you're an artist. Send in your artwork to Scott. Anyway, just if you can help at all, please email worship@oakcliffuu.org. All right. Outside of Sunday services, which are amazing, seriously, props to the worship team and to everyone who makes this possible. But outside of these, we also have Talkback at 11:15. If you've never been to Talkback, everybody loves it. There's always something wonderful to talk about, something to think about throughout the week, and you get new perspectives on whatever the topic is that day, usually the sermon. So pop on by, definitely worth it. It'll hook you. It'll hook you on the church, all right? We also have Adult RE at 1 o'clock. I actually had a dream recently about Adult RE, so I'm ready to get back into that in person. I miss it a lot. Adult RE, also super fun. Go do that. And then every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and Friday at 9 p.m., we have Connections and Conversations. Just a chance to hang out and socialize. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please go sign our guest book at oakcliffuu.org/guest. And if you missed any of these announcements or want more announcements, not from me, then you can, well, from me, you go to Facebook or YouTube and you can rewatch this. If you want them not from me and you want all the goings on, go to the eBlast or our website. Seriously, the eBlast has everything in it. Lots more stuff than this because we just have so much going on. I'm so proud of our church. So yeah, go do that. Member anniversaries, yay! All right, guys, this one's special. This one's fun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Claudia clip. Yay! So much fun. And then, do we have a bonus member anniversary? We have a bonus member anniversary. So our second fabulous member anniversary is Summer Kruppenbacher. All right, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful, fantastic, happy Sunday. Bye-bye.
Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. Thank you for having the curiosity and courage to join us. We welcome you, whoever you are, whatever spiritual tradition, whatever gender, age, race, sexual orientation, or background you may bring to our community. We hope you find here comfort, challenge, community, respect, and above all, love.
May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of love, compassion, and forgiveness. And now in Spanish. Que esta luz que ahora encendemos nos inspire a usar nuestros dones y poderes para sanar y no para herir, para ayudar y no para impedir, para bendecir y no para maldecir, para servirte a ti, espíritu de amor, compasión y perdón.
Love is a Choice by Carter Hayward. We are not automatic lovers of self, others, world, or God. Love does not just happen. We are not love machines, puppets on the strings of a deity called to love. Love is a choice, not simply or necessarily a rational choice, but rather a willingness to be present to others without pretense or guile. Love is a conversion to humanity, a willingness to participate with others in the healing of a broken world and broken lives. Love is the choice to experience life as a member of the human family, a partner in the dance of life, rather than as an alien in the world or as a deity above the world, aloof and apart from human flesh. I would like to read this sentence that is quite meaningful to me again. Love is the choice to experience life as a member of the human family, a partner in the dance of life.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come, come again, love. Come, yet again, come.
Because we love one another, we honor each individual's spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance and service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus do we covenant together.
And now in Spanish. Porque nos amamos uno al otro, honramos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo. Celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y aceptación, así que hacemos pacto.
At this time in the service, we take time to share what is in our hearts and on our minds. If your heart is heavy today, know that you do not have to carry your burden alone. Your heartache is a shared sorrow. A shared sorrow is a sorrow halved. Please share your sorrows publicly by posting them in the Zoom chat or send them to our Facebook Messenger or speak them aloud.
When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love when I breathe in. I breathe in peace when I breathe out. I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
This Sunday, like every Sunday, we reaffirm our promise to one another. Our promise makes clear the call to celebrate. For that which brings you joy, makes you grateful, brings you peace, we, your sacred community, celebrate. We celebrate together and magnify joy, heighten gratitude, and spread ever-increasing peace. Please share your joys publicly by posting them in the Zoom chat or send them to our Facebook Messenger or speak them aloud.
Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the steps of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
As you know, as part of our celebration for our 60th anniversary as the first ever Unitarian Universalist fellowship in the world, we are looking back at our history through UU News and Views. We have watched attendance and enthusiasm grow, and the need for a larger facility was beginning to be obvious. In April 1967, there were 2 candidates for every position on the annual meeting ballot. In May 1967, the teenagers who met in members' homes because there was no space for them on the campus donated 20 pounds of pennies to seed a building fund. A Future of the Church committee began meeting regularly. Lest you think these were not authentic Unitarian Universalists, there was a call from the Religious Education, RE folks, for donations of turtle shells to make turtle shakers. The following week, there was a letter to the editor from one of the fellowship young people complaining that turtle shells collection was not respectful of our environment. Planning for growth continued. We will be continuing to provide these tidbits throughout the weeks toward our big celebration on May 23rd. Stay tuned. Peace out and keep those vibes high.
Good morning. You may ask, who is Sally Jones and why is she in our pulpit? Our speaker today is a longtime member of this congregation who moved to Virginia to be with her daughter and grandchildren, but kept in close touch with us over the years. Truly a Renaissance woman, Sally served our church in nearly every leadership position, several more than once. She taught religious education, worked tirelessly on our buildings and grounds, and led many, many fundraising activities. Ever the seeker, her interests range from the arts to Tai Chi to sign language to nature. But perhaps most significantly for us, she is the mother of our Labyrinth, twice featured in the Dallas Morning News. It is with great joy that we now bring you the inspiration for the coveted Sally Jones Award and a woman who has yet again volunteered to share her talents and insights with us.
Hi there. I'm Sally Jones, former member of Oak Cliff UU, and now I live in Maryland. And thank you for joining in as we explore today's topic, which is decisions. Yes, decisions, we make them all day, every day. I suggest that the power of decision is our own. And why are they powerful? Because as we make decisions, we use them to shape and affect our lives in large and small ways. Some of them are made in split seconds, traffic. Some take long and careful consideration, all kinds of factors. Some of yours might not make sense to anyone else but you. If I may get personal for a moment, it took months of looking at many couches to finally come up with a choice of which one to buy. It took only a couple of hours and a cup of coffee to decide on a house. As they say, go figure. We all begin to learn at an early age what kinds of behaviors help us meet our needs. Learning includes a process that some people call trial and error. I really prefer trial and success. After all, deep down, success is what we're after, even if we're not consciously thinking about it. And the error part, let that go. Who wants to keep making the same mistakes? I've thought about decision making for a long time. Our dog, a beagle, would go out into the yard and stop as if he was deciding which way to go first. And I would wonder what is going on in his head. How does he decide? And then I would wonder, how do I decide? There are so many choices we make every day. Many are by habit, almost unconscious decisions. In the morning, we might mentally ask, how am I feeling? What to do first? What's for breakfast? What shall I wear? Do you have a morning routine? Take just a moment to think about it. Is it comfortable and familiar? Does it change from day to day or on the weekend? Sometimes how we start our day makes a difference in our attitude and maybe our decision-making process for the rest of the day. Choosing music, an uplifting thought, or maybe doing something physical might guide us to create a change in perspective. For example, I have a friend who noticed one morning she was feeling really grumpy when she got up that day. The phrase, Getting up on the wrong side of the bed came to mind. So she got back into bed, waited a few moments, and then got out on the other side. That may seem silly, but I think it was an interesting way of being proactive. It's like saying, there's another way of looking at this, and I'm determined to find it. It also shows that we are the only ones who are responsible for how we are going to experience our day. Take on the day. Carpe diem. There are many things, so many things that influence our decision-making process. Do we first have to decide to decide? Not deciding is a kind of decision. As an example, when people can't decide who to vote for and decide not to vote, there can be wide-ranging effects. What if you are considering a decision that will involve a change in your attitude or lifestyle? It is not uncommon to become stuck or sidetracked. A friend was feeling blocked and couldn't finish a big final report. Someone asked her, "What will happen after it is finished?" She suddenly realized she was stalling because she didn't want to have to face the next big step, which was selling her home and moving away. Discussion with friends or a counselor can be very helpful, especially if you have someone who will just listen and not offer unsolicited advice. Perhaps you are such a friend to others. What about passively letting others decide for you? Then the blame for something going wrong can be placed onto others. Yes, that is called passing the buck. It's a way to avoid ownership for decisions and for your life. We've developed some pretty creative excuses for doing this. If you can name your excuses, you already have a great handle on changing and taking charge. I would have, but, or if only. You might ask, who am I making this decision for? Is it for the good of others more than me? And is it being made only by me? Or is there an authority figure from our past that lurks in our subconscious? A parent, a teacher, or perhaps our religious upbringing? We might still be rebelling against it. If we can identify it or him or her, perhaps we can release it with a statement such as, "Thanks," or "Thanks a lot," for your past guidance, for better or worse. But now I'm ready to move on forward on my own. Helpful guides may include life lessons from past experiences, logic, inner feelings, friends, or popular fresh ideas. Recent books and the internet forums offer suggestions for making decisions about what to let go of. They help people learn to declutter and become more organized. Sometimes we can identify a tipping point where a decision to do something becomes easier. What motivates you to action? If I'm going to have guests, cleaning the house and getting ready for company is a breeze, and then I benefit by having a cleaner house. What a great feeling. Planning for the future often means letting go of some of the past. Might it help to choose a new motto or a personal theme? It could be a meaningful phrase a song title, a line from a story or a poem. And if you choose wisely, it could be more powerful than a New Year's Eve resolution. Some congregations like to use a theme of the month that flavors sermons and discussions and challenges people to think more broadly. Some examples might include open-mindedness, journey, wholeness, possibility. Choosing a theme helps conversations focus on community issues and on personal growth from a similar perspective. Do you talk to yourself? Say your new motto out loud. I love the words my sister-in-law and her business partner used when things seemed overwhelming in their florist shop. They would say together, "We can do it." They used feelings, words, and motion. I have used their slogan, "I can do it." Yes, we can be our own best cheerleaders. The power of decision is our own. Here are just a few other tools to consider using. Step away and come back at a different angle. Is there another way of looking at or thinking about this? Ask yourself, what is really going on? Maybe say your name, change your voice, and ask again, what is really going on with this decision? Sleep on it. Ask your subconscious part for a solution to come during sleep, and maybe it will become more clear in the morning. This is kind of silly, but it kind of works. Flip a coin and then see how you feel about what comes up, because you can still change your mind. Talk to a listening friend. Say the word help. I could use some help out loud when you need it, even if you are all alone, especially if you are all alone. And if you're standing in front of the refrigerator, tell yourself, I must choose food. Humor yourself and ask, hey, if I did know what to decide, what would it be? If you've had a mentor, someone you really looked up to, ask yourself, what would that person do? And we can ask other questions of ourselves. They might be casual or directed to that deeper part of ourselves that knows more than we are consciously aware of. Questions could be written, leaving space for answers. They could be asked during a quiet, meditative time or on a walk. Some generic examples might include, what is my heart's desire? What is in my best interest? Does this sound selfish? I believe that what is truly in your best interest, that of your whole self, will also be in the best interest of others. We've all heard about how practicing helps us develop a habit. I value this old saying. First, we make our habits, and then our habits make us. First, we make our habits, and then our habits make us. One way to create a new habit, such as a path to more happiness, can begin with the way we start our day. So, thinking back again to your morning, do you already have an affirmation that you like? It could be as simple as, today I want to have a good day. Some people think their affirmations. Some say them right out loud. post them up on notes, and even include physical motions. I can do it. A positive phrase might just sprinkle the day ahead with light, or be like a breath of fresh air. And as the day progresses and we forget, and we will forget, we can use our affirmation to start again and again in that earlier attitude right where we are. We don't have to wait for the next day to start over. Often we can tell when we are on track, on the better path, by how we feel. Half-hearted or wholehearted. Our doubting and limiting ego self, that judgmental part, may cause us to feel discouraged or half-hearted. Our supportive higher self, the part that knows we are of worth, guides us toward feeling more joy and peace, wholehearted. Once we begin to see how that works, how it feels, to recognize these two states, we can more consciously choose between them. I mentioned earlier the concept of wanting what is in your best interest as sounding a little selfish. Some of our decisions may seem like they are just for ourselves alone and can affect our whole state of being. That includes how we feel about ourselves, especially as we relate to others. I really like this quote from Oprah Winfrey when she says, "You are responsible for the kind of energy you bring anywhere." I'm responsible for the kind of energy I bring anywhere. This feels like, what version of myself am I sharing with the world? Well, for example, I don't go to the grocery store in my pajamas, not responsible. Or I try not to go to the store in the energy of a bad mood. Responsible. I try not to go anywhere or think of anyone else while I'm in a bad mood. I've had a lot of oops times, sometimes many a day. But through practice and through deciding to practice, through habit building, by trial and error, or better, trial and success, I'm working toward recognizing when I need to stop and choose to have a better attitude, to tell myself again, there's another way of looking at this. I could see peace instead of this. A negative mood or attitude is not in my best interest, nor is extending it toward anyone I'm in contact with or thinking about. And thankfully, those times are becoming shorter. Now, to quote Barack Obama, it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. Many people have made the decision to hitch their wagon to Oak Cliff UU. It is a unique and special place filled with unique and special people. Within this congregation, one can safely explore all kinds of ideas. It offers support where each one can build better habits and learn to practice the kinds of thinking and behavior that is helpful to themselves and to others. The open hearts and open minds of this community are gifts to be accepted and treasured. Sometimes if we feel challenged or uncertain, it takes a while to recognize the gifts. That's okay too. But for now, to all of you, I wish you all the best decisions.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know it and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
This house is for the ingathering of nature and human nature. It is a house of friendships, a haven in trouble, an open room for the encouragement of our struggle. It is a house of freedom, guarding the dignity and worth of every person. It offers a platform for the free voice, for declaring, both in times of security and danger, the full and undivided conflict of opinion. It is a house of truth-seeking, where scientists can encourage devotion to their quest, where mystics can abide in a community of searchers. It is a house of art, adorning its celebrations with melodies and handiworks. It is a house of prophecy, outrunning times past and times present in visions of growth and progress. This house is a cradle for our dreams, the workshop of our common endeavor. To make an offering or fulfill your pledge, please go to oakcliffuu.org/donate and follow the links.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy, a y vivimos hoy. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy.
Meditation on Goodness by Samuel A. Trumbore. Goodness is a means, not an end. Look within. Who can stop the hunger for more than we deserve? Who can prevent a jealous thought from urging us to protect our hearts? Who can ward off all the uncertainties that disrupt the mind before we decide to act? Were perfection required to be good, all human existence would be a living hell. Believe otherwise. Embodying love is the endless means to be good. In each moment, love stands at our side, ready to be chosen. Choose wisely.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.